Have you ever tried to improve your speaking skills at home on your own? If the answer is yes, that's great. If the answer is no, then watch this video until the end and I'm going to help you with your speaking skills. Hello, this is Cousin from InkZone. Today we're going to practice on your speaking skills. Aha! How are we going to do that? Most of you are interested. How are we going to practice while I'm standing here and you're on the other side of the camera? Well, that's pretty much easy. What you're going to do is to watch a real IELTS speaking test. I'm going to pause every time after the examiner asks the question, and there will be this screen popping out on your telephone or whatever you're watching with. What you need to do is to pause when this screen pops up, and you have to think of your answer and answer it. At the same time, I would recommend you to record your speech. And after you answer to that question, you can press the play button and listen to the next question. After you listen to the next question, the same screen will be popping up where you have to pause the video and try to answer with your own answer. After you've done all the tests, like you have answered part 1, you have answered part 2, and you have answered part 3, you can watch the real test once again, but there the real test examinee will be answering. You can then compare your answer to her answer. Well, we're going to try to do something like this, many times. I'm going to try to upload the same examples of speaking test as soon as possible. This is the first one that we're going to do, and if you guys have any suggestions, you can comment below. Or what I advise you to do is in the comment box below, I will give you my Telegram address where you can even send your recorded answers and ask me to check if your answers were good enough or if there are some things that I need to give you feedback. So if you like our videos, our materials that I am posting, please press the subscribe button, like our videos, and share it with your friends, because sharing is caring, as you know, everybody says that. And if any other questions, please comment below, as I have already said. I hope that you will find this task interesting, because this is, if you really work on yourself, if you really give it a hard try, if you really start posing and answering yourself, the difference between those who work and those who don't work is just it's a lot. If you work on yourself just by doing all the tasks that your teachers or me give you, you will achieve your desired score. So what you're going to do is, when you're watching, please don't just watch this video, work with this video. Try to implement, try to do something with this video, and then you can slowly, step by step, you will start feeling that there is a change, that there is a result. You're living in a country where there aren't a lot of people who speak English, and in order to improve your speaking skills, you have to practice at least like this. You have to do these tasks in order to improve your speaking skills. Well, I hope you will enjoy the video and do the tasks. Don't just watch it and then say, okay, that's the thing that everybody can do. No, try to do this. Not everyone can do this. If you start doing it, like if you pause and start answering, you'll feel yourself like you're not able to answer to some of the questions, or you're not able to correctly answer, or there aren't any ideas coming to your mind. Trust me, if you stop, if you pause, if you record what you're saying, and then if you listen to what you have said, you'll feel yourself, oh God, I have to really work on my speaking skills. There are some things that I need to do. And then if you find out those mistakes, and if you find out your problems, you will know exactly which sections of your English language, which skills problematic for you to work on. So wish you success. Yeah, see you later, and please watch the video.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's Jude Harvey.
Yeah.
Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is In-mi Ho.
Thank you. And can you tell me where you're from, In-mei?
I'm from South Korea.
Can I see your identification,
Yes.
please? Thank you. That's fine.
Yes.
Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell me about your hometown. What do you like most about your hometown? Is Seoul a popular place for tourists to visit? And has Seoul changed much in recent years? Let's talk about photos now.
Yeah.
How often do you take photos? Do you prefer taking photos of people or of places? What do you do with the photos you take? Do you think the way people take photos is changing? Let's talk about free time now.
Yeah.
How much free time do you normally have? What do you like doing best in your free time?
Yeah.
If you had more free time, how would you spend it? Thank you. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Here's some paper and a pencil for making notes.
Thanks.
And here's your topic. I'd like you to describe a situation when someone that you didn't know helped you.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you.
Yes.
I'll tell you when the time is up.
Yeah.
Can you start speaking now, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet and paper and
Yeah,
pencil back,
thanks.
please? We've been talking about a situation where someone you didn't know helped you.
Yeah.
And I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general questions related to this. Let's consider, first of all, children helping others.
Yeah.
What kinds of things can children do to help in the home? And how do you think children can best learn to be helpful to others? In what ways can schools encourage children to help the community? Let's think about working for other people without payment. What types of voluntary work are most popular in your country? How do you think individuals might benefit from doing voluntary work? In what ways can voluntary work improve life for the community?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, how was that? I hope you have tried to answer the questions on your own. If you have, then it's great. If you haven't, please replay it and answer the questions on your own. You will not feel how difficult it is to answer the questions if you don't do them. Now, let's watch the video where the real examinee answers to these questions. And please comment what score would you give to this examinee.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's Jude Harvey.
Yeah.
Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is In-mi Ho.
Thank you. And can you tell me where you're from, In-mei?
I'm from South Korea.
Can I see your identification,
Yes.
please? Thank you. That's fine. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell me about your hometown. What do you like most about your hometown?
There are lots of exciting places. One of them is the most interesting places is theaters. So in town there are lots of theaters, so we can enjoy any kinds of plays.
Is Seoul a popular place for tourists to visit?
Yes, there are some places, especially we have palaces in Seoul, so it is very antique. They are very antique and special places, so lots of foreigners visit there. Yeah.
And has Seoul changed much in recent years?
Yes, of course. 10 years ago, we didn't have convenient public transport, but now it is very developed, so we can use them very comfortably, and there are very big buildings. Yeah.
Let's talk about photos now.
Yeah.
How often do you take photos?
I really like taking photos, so sometimes I visit beautiful places with my friend, so I take my pictures every 1 month.
Do you prefer taking photos of people or of places?
I prefer taking a picture of people. Yes.
Why?
Because they have every person has different facial expressions. So when I take a picture of people, I can take their individual expressions. So I really like them.
What do you do with the photos you take?
Excuse me?
What do you do with the photos you take?
I just write down my memories related to the pictures. So when I have special experience, I always write down the story.
Do you think the way people take photos is changing?
Sorry?
Do you think the way people take photos is changing?
In my opinion, it's a little bit different. It has changed. A few years ago, we always use books, album. Do you know albums? Album to take photos, but nowadays we use always website. Yeah, so it is very convenient.
Let's talk about free time now.
Yeah.
How much free time do you normally have?
Every day I have 2 or 3 hours. I have 2 or 3 hours free time. So,
What do you like doing best in your free time?
I really like keeping a diary. Yes. When I keep a diary, I can reflect myself and I can summarize what happened to me. So I really like it. Yeah.
If you had more free time, how would you spend it?
I want to read lots of books more than now. Yeah, because when I can read a book in English every 1 month, per month, so I want to read books more.
Thank you. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Here's some paper and a pencil for making notes.
Thanks.
And here's your topic. I'd like you to describe a situation when someone that you didn't know helped you.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you.
Yes.
I'll tell you when the time is up.
Yeah.
Can you start speaking now, please?
Yes. 1 month ago, we had a farewell party with my friends because one of my friend left. One of my friend went back Germany, so we enjoyed the party until past 2 o'clock. So to go back home, I took a bus with my friend, but I often use the bus because I usually take number 7 bus, but that night I took number 1 bus. So, but I knew that where I got off, but after getting off the bus, I got lost that night. I tried to find my home, but I couldn't. The more I walked along the street, the more difficult as it was for me to find my home. I just looked around the neighbors. So that night I met some people in the town, but they didn't know where Histon Road was. So I saw a house in the town because the house was turning on the light. So I knocked on the door, but nobody answered. But I was very, very scared. But when I was walking along the street, I met a man. He was going to work at night. So I asked him how I went to Heston Road.
Thank you. And did you thank this man?
Yes, he took me my home. So I told him, thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet and paper and pencil back,
thanks.
please? We've been talking about a situation where someone you didn't know helped you.
Yeah.
And I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general questions related to this. Let's consider, first of all, children helping others.
Yeah.
What kinds of things can children do to help in the home?
You mean children can help others?
Yes, in their home.
I think children can organize their rooms. First of all, when after they use some notes or pencils, they can organize their own stuff, and sometimes they can use vacuum machine for their moms. So.
And how do you think children can best learn to be helpful to others?
The best one is to see their parents help other people. So even though their parents talk to their children, you should help other people. It's very important values. But when they do something for others, their children can learn what to do. So. It's the best one.
So parents can help. What
Yeah.
about schools and teachers?
In my opinion, teachers can make communities to help people. So teachers can gather some students to go to orphans or orphans, and then they can get together orphanages.
In what ways can schools encourage children to help the community?
In my opinion, they can teachers can show some video clips or can encourage children to interact with orphanages. So sometimes teachers should told them orphanages are also a very important person. So.
Let's think about working for other people without payment. What types of voluntary work are most popular in your country?
We have lots of volunteer works. But the most popular volunteer work is to teach some children, and to prepare the dinner or the breakfast, and then they give some food.
How do you think individuals might benefit from doing voluntary work?
Even though we don't get any pay in volunteer work, I can feel very fulfillment. So it is very helpful to encourage myself in my life. So,
In what ways can voluntary work improve life for the community?
The volunteer work can make people to have relationship between the community, and they can have interaction between lots of people in community. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Yeah, thanks.